Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, where I will be teaching you how to surgically remove your lower ribs to more easily give yourself oral pleasure. But first, it seems that Sony, more commonly known as PlayStation, or by single mother trailer park moms, the other Nintendo, has decided to make some of the dumbest decisions in their company's history. But why is that happening? Simple answer, greed. And for the nerds out there that want a longer form video, let's look at the company's recent history and try to figure out what's going on. But I don't want to do that, because it's been talked about to death. Everyone is bitching and moaning and way faster at making these videos than me, so I'm stuck doing this a month fucking late, trying to come up with something original, something that no one's talking about. But guess what? I found it! Something nobody is talking about. I'm ahead of the curve now, baby! So anyway, I found something. It's not big, mind you, but it's something. Something everyone else has been missing. Something so in your face, it's hiding in plain sight. This was there for a while, and it definitely now, in hindsight, feels like it was evidence for what's happening to the company now. Have you looked at the PlayStation Store recently? I'm talking about these games that have been populating the store for months now. I'm talking about Tricky Monkey Zoo, Dr. Psycho Hospital Escape, Puzzle Drop Carnival, Gym Manager, Sherlock Purr 2, Desert War Military Combat Shooter, Dead Zone Underground, Anime Uni St. Patrick's Puzzle, Anime Fantasy Uni 2, Western Slot Machine, Archery King, Retina Rush, St. Patrick's Day Fun, Outbreak Compound, Military Merge, Anime Uni 6 3D, Favela on the Roll, Tung Tung Tung, Sahur, and lastly, for a measly 49 cents, 6-7. All of these games are using AI-generated images to market their game, and sometimes even using fake images and posing them as gameplay. Obvious and blatant false advertising. Not to mention many of these games are soulless copycats of popular media that has come out recently. Now these games aren't doing any harm, really. I could be insulting some solo developers' feelings about their game being lumped in with 6-7. But I think it's safe to say most of these games I listed are soulless copycat trash. They aren't making a game to make something entertaining or remotely enjoyable. They're hoping you will buy and download the game thinking you bought Lethal Company when instead you bought Lethal Cosmic Hunt. And they are banking that you won't refund the game because PlayStation doesn't issue refunds if you start a download of the game. I know, it's hard competing with Steam's hour gameplay limit for a refund. How will you make a profit on your cut of sales for Dream Peak? You need that 30% cut. This isn't like massive. This isn't like I'm finding a greedy plot being driven by evil corporations and CEOs to sell you crap games and not give your money back when you're eventually upset with the product. But it's telling of what's going on with PlayStation. This isn't a video on the problem of AI slop being shoved into the store, which I'm obviously against. It's a problem of quality of service, quality of protecting the customer. Let me explain. It's telling that they don't really care what's going into their store, just as long as it has the chance of making them a profit. Of course, I have to reference Steam. Steam has an upfront cost of a $100 fee to put your game into their store. PlayStation doesn't have one, meaning there is nothing deterring someone from making a poor product, advertising with false AI-generated images, and marketing it to copy a popular game, and hoping it's similar enough to trick the customer into buying it. And then when you realize this isn't the game you wanted, you can't refund. The developer makes money, and so does PlayStation. It doesn't matter you've pissed off a gullible customer, you made money off of them. Not only is it telling that they don't really care if the games are crap, but there's every bit of a chance that these games that have no real intention of being a quality product could have hidden malware. It wasn't long ago when someone was arrested for stealing $200,000 using malware on Steam, and with game after game being pumped into PlayStation Store, there's always a chance of one of them slipping through the system. So it's not only a quality of service issue, it's a theoretical security concern. I'm no cybersecurity expert, so I don't really know, but I'm smart enough to speculate. that there's a possibility that this could escalate to a more severe issue, that not every single game that gets put onto this store is thoroughly checked by an employee, because there's at least 7 fucking Anime Uni games, and I can't find the first one. I gave up when I found Anime Uni Christmas. So not only is it, accidental or not, a trap laying in wait, tricking you into buying a game that isn't the game you wanted with no way of getting refunded, but PlayStation clearly wants to move games into a subscription-based system. We already pay for PlayStation Plus to play any multiplayer game, but there's no guarantee that anything bought through the PlayStation Store is yours to keep. Like they say, you pay for the license to use the software. We know that when they announced that over 500 movies are being removed with no refunds. And of course, we all remember their biggest announcement of phasing out of making physical copies of games. No ownership of digital media, no physical media. They want to turn PlayStation into the streaming service format. And who can blame them? Netflix makes a ton of money. Hulu makes a ton of money. All these streaming services make a ton of money. Why wouldn't video games be any different? Stop thinking that you own that PlayStation 5. Think of it more as the Netflix button on your TV remote. Dudes and dudettes, we have a serious problem. And the solution to that problem will be complex, multifaceted, set up with phases, code names, and Colombian prostitutes that insist on being called escorts. A solution that nobody can possibly come up with on their own, which is why I have my research and development team on standby working on a solution. Team, what do you got for me? Don't buy GTA 6. Try again. Drive a car into a flock camera. What does that have to do with PlayStation? We're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. You're throwing shit at the wall? What? No, I was making an analogy. Well, clean it up. I'm not paying for you to throw shit at the wall. Hey man, we're not throwing shit at the wall. We're all college educated. Well, that explains a lot. Okay, but what about the crazy guy? What's his solution? I don't think we should let him out of his cage. We're going to let him out of his cage. Let's open the cage and let's ask him what's his solution. You, what are we going to do? We push the monkey button. What's the monkey button? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. We push this button and it will release a monkey from this large cage that I have constructed myself. And we send them to PlayStation's offices? Well, yes, of course. Where else would we put the monkey? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to push the monkey button right now. Oh, wow. That's really cool. It's literally just a monkey in a cage. Can we do more monkeys? Yes, we can do more monkeys. Just look at this. Okay, that's enough monkeys. Oh shit, what's going on? That's enough monkeys. That's enough monkeys. Stop with the monkeys. The button's stuck. The button is stuck. What do you mean the button is stuck? The button is stuck? The monkeys are coming. Run. What do you mean run? Run. I didn't train any of these monkeys. They're not trained at all. And there's 1,000 monkeys in that cage. Why are there 1,000 monkeys in that cage? Just run! Okay, enough joking around. The answer is simple. There's a blackout protest occurring from August 23rd to the 30th. Asking PlayStation users to completely turn off the PlayStation system, don't buy any digital games, and hopefully we get enough people to drop their numbers for a week that they notice. And I feel like I need to explain how this can work, just generally, and how we could move forward if this inevitably probably doesn't work. PlayStation CFO said in a recent interview about the blackout protest that they will be cautiously moving forward with the disc-free plans. But if enough people actually participate, it might be enough, just might be enough to scare the shareholders, the people with the money, because that's what we want to cause, infighting with investors. You know, the people that only care about the money. And if this protest doesn't work, if they still proceed with poor service, if they still go through with the disc-free, shitty licensing subscription fees bullshit, we have one final option left, and it's to leave. One great thing about capitalism, whether you like it or not, is we have the power to choose what product or service we pay for. If you're not satisfied with the service, you can go somewhere else. So I'm not saying go to Xbox or go to Nintendo. I'm just saying do what is best for you. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. If you feel like PlayStation's cheating you out of your money, you're free to leave. You can sell your PlayStation. You can cancel your subscriptions. You can move to Xbox if that's more convenient for you. You can move to a PC if that's more convenient to you. You can move to Nintendo if that's more convenient for you, which I also wager Nintendo is probably going to go in the same route PlayStation is, but that's neither here nor there. But you have the ability to make a decision to not give them your money. And if your solution is to stay with PlayStation, all power to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to that tutorial. So, first step is you lean back in your chair and get comfortable. Then we're gonna grab these bolt cutters. Gonna feel around for the ribs. So, like, right about here. So that's obviously that's a rib. So you place one end here. Place the other end here. And you just.